Welcome aboard, trainee. Today we'll be taking a flight up in the Su-27 flanker, and on our way we will discuss the avionics and navigation systems aboard this aircraft. Let's have a look at our instrument panel. Down here we have our two main instruments for navigation, the ADI and the HSI. The ADI, or attitude indicator, shows the plane's pitch and bank angles, or attitude, along with needles pointing us to the next waypoint and assigned altitude. The HSI, or horizontal situation indicator, shows the God's eye view of our plane. It is composed of three parts: an outer compass ring showing the aircraft's heading, a yellow needle pointing directly at the heading of the next waypoint, and a white needle showing us the assigned course to that waypoint. That's about all you need to know right now. We'll learn more about it when we get in the air, so let's get her started. The Su-27 has a fully automatic startup with the option to start each engine individually. Starting the left engine. I'm going to make sure the throttle's on the way back. Looks like it's stabilized at about 65%. Okay, starting the right engine. Once we get in the air, we'll discuss the HUD and MFD as navigational tools. Alright, right engine spooled. I'll check the control surfaces, make sure everything's clear. Close the canopy, and I'll turn on the lights too, and we can get ready to taxi. We'll drop the flaps and check for traffic. Always a good habit to get into. And we'll take the runway. Alright, feet on the brakes. Throttle up to full mil. Alright, temperature's looking good, flaps down. Alright, let's go. Rolling. To save fuel, I'm not going to take off a full afterburner. Just mil power. 300k, pitch up. Positive rate of climb, gear up. 100 meters, flaps up. As you probably noticed, it's a pretty crappy day out there, but this gives us a good opportunity to practice ILS landing and instrument navigation. We should be breaking through the clouds any second now. Ah, there we go. Alright, sorry that took so long to get settled. I'm gonna cheat and turn on altitude hold so I can explain things. Alright, let's take a closer look at the HUD. I'm going to pause the simulation so I can explain things before we hit the next waypoint. In the upper left we have airspeed. The small number is the assigned airspeed, and the larger number is the actual airspeed that we are flying at. To the right of that we have the heading tape showing the aircraft's heading. And to the right of that we have altitude, again assigned in action. In the middle we have an artificial horizon. At the bottom we have the range to our next waypoint in kilometers, and to the left of that we have the nav mode, currently the en route mode. At about 3 kilometers the nav computer will switch to the next waypoint. There we go. The circle to the side is the flight director circle. That tells us how we need to fly to get to our next waypoint. Notice how the artificial horizon differs from that of its American counterparts. The horizon line stays fixed in the HUD while the plane symbol rotates around it. So therefore, if you were in a 90-degree bank, the plane representation would actually be upside down relative to the actual horizon. However, it would show the correct 90 degrees relative to the presented horizon.